Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced from Alex Merced Coder, continuing with the React Express project. Now we're going to deploy our project, but we have two apps we need to deploy. And there's a lot of steps in this. So first we're going to deploy our backend, so I'm going to just close out all our front-end stuff. And just make sure that I got all my ducks in a row. So what we're going to do, I'm going to head over to Heroku is where I'm going to deploy it. If Google Chrome will let me. And it's going to take a few rounds because we have to make sure that everybody knows what URLs everybody's working from. So we're going to create a new project, create a new app, call it Express React Project. Okay. Cool. So once we get this, now we have, we just need to get our Git remote here. So here we go. You just want to grab the, no, actually what I want to do is grab the settings. Grab this. And we need to set up a Git repository. So I'm going to cd into backend. So I'm going to close all these servers down for a moment. Okay, so I'm back here in the back end. We're going to do a git init. Okay. Git add git commit first commit, get that done. Now I want to push it up, so I have to do a git remote add. Heroku is going to be the name of the remote, and we take that URL we took from settings, and that adds the remote. So now just to double check, if I do git remote, I see there's the Heroku remote. Good. And so now I can just do a git push Heroku master, which won't, well, technically won't work yet. So let's first set up our environmental variables. First we need to set up our Mongo. Well, we need to add Mongo to this. So we're going to go to resources and go to add-ons and look up mlab MongoDB. We want a free one, provision it. Okay, and it'll automatically set up that variable to connect it. So if I go here to settings and I go to reveal config vars, these are environmental variables on Mongo. See, it's already there, so I don't have to worry about that. I just need to make sure that we're using the right thing. That's what MongoDB URI. Let me just make sure that's what we're using in our server.js. Connect process.env MongoDB URI. Good. Okay, we have the port. That's good. Oh, and process.env.core. We need to set that up. Although we don't know what that URL is going to be yet. So right now I'll just put http / localhost 5000. Okay, and we'll change that once we deploy the front end. And let's see here. Any other variables I need to set up? I think that is good. Let me take a look at my existing MongoDB port. Yeah, none of those mattered. Okay, so in that case, we should be good. So let's do that. Git push Heroku master. Oh, I need to actually commit those changes. Git add git commit -m changes. Git push origin master. No, not origin master. Heroku master. To our Heroku remote. That's going to push it. Now let's read it in case there's any errors. Okay, good. It was deployed. Here's the URL. So let's test it out in Postman. So if I go over here, change this URL to this. Let's see here. Will it get... Well, it shouldn't get me anything, but let's just see if it works and doesn't give me some sort of error response. Okay, gave me an empty array. That's fine. That's kind of what I was expecting. Good. So the API seems to be working. Let me just actually now do a create. Post. Let's go back up here. Body. Good. Send. Oh wait, that's the wrong route. Yep, it's gonna give me an error. This needs to become create. Good. Okay, so it works. So our database is working. Huzzah. So in that case, our backend has been deployed. Okay, we do eventually have to change this again to make sure that it matches whatever our Netlify URL is. But now let's head over to Netlify and we'll deploy the front end. You could deploy it on Heroku, but deploying a static front end in Heroku is trickier than it really needs to be. Ah, looks like Netlify updated its website. I actually kind of like the old version better. But okay, let's get in there. And actually, while we're at it, now that we're done with the back end, we'll close this out. In the front end, what I need to do is actually need to build the website. We're not going to deploy this whole thing. We have to build out our static version. Okay. So, and actually, let's put the new URL in our base URL. So let's go back to source, into app. Oh, let's bring this down. So again, because right now it's still looking for localhost, so we want to replace it with this. And then we're going to make this false. So that way it takes the second argument. And then we can change it back to true if we're working locally again. There's better ways to do that, but that'll work for now. Okay, so that way the base URL is that, and everything else should just work. Okay, cool with that. Now, let me head on over to the terminal we have that's inside that folder. Once it loads, what I will do is I'll kill mongodb. I don't need the local mongodb anymore, so I'll stop that. Free up some computer resources. Close that terminal. There we go. Now what we're going to do is do npm run build, which will build our final project. That's going to take a little while. It's going to build it in this distribution folder. And that's the folder we're going to use to deploy. So I'm logged into, so we're going to create a, we scroll all the way down to the bottom here on Netlify, and we're just literally going to drag and drop the folder right in there. So let's just wait for this to finish building. It's in the process of building. I'll pause this while that finishes up. Okay, so this is what it'll look like when it's done building. So it built all my files. Okay, so now I'm gonna open containing folder. Okay, there's our distribution folder. And I literally am just going to drag and drop the folder. And it is deployed. That's the beauty of Netlify. Cool, so now we have our Netlify URL. Let's go visit the website real quick. Okay, so it all looks nice, but let's take a look under the hood. Let's do the inspector. You should see we should be getting a CORS error. Yep, see, CORS So we need to go whitelist this URL. Control C. So I'm going to go back to Heroku and change this to that. Control C. Control V. Okay. Copy. Wait, I think I need to do this. There we go. Save changes. Okay, and I'm going to give that a second, because what's going to happen is that as soon as I change those config variables, it kind of restarts the server and everything. So now this website should be whitelisted as the server restarts. And let's refresh. Shift I. I'm not sure when the what I will do is I'll do a Heroku log, see if it actually did restart yet. So Heroku logs tail gives us the tail of the Heroku log, so we can see what's going on the server. There we go. Core config vars. Is it, oh, did I just write core? Is that what the problem is? Config vars. Yeah, that should be cores, right? Let's take a look what I did in my backend code. Yeah, it is just core. So why is that not working? NV file present for current environment production. Okay, so should be good. Origin. Okay, I see the header looks a little bit funny. Why? Okay, so what we're gonna do, so I'm gonna go back and edit my backend. I just want to make sure that see how this variables and getting to my cores middleware. So let's go back to server.js. I want a console.log. process.env.core. Save. I want to git add, git add, git commit dash m, changes, git push origin, no, Heroku master. Let's find out why it's complaining. Response needs set the request headers to no cores. I mean, there's another quick fix, but I want to avoid that one if I can help it. So let's hit refresh. Okay, we're still getting the same error. But let's take a look at the logs. So what I could do is I could just have it allow any origin, but I'd rather, guess what, HTTPS blissful. Now what did I have before? Now what if I do this? If I take off the HTTPS, so I take off the slash at the end, save changes, and see if that does anything. Okay, it's starting again. Stage started changing up. 5, connect to Mongo. And what I'm going to do is now refresh this. Still doesn't like it. Try one more time. Try HTTPS without the slash at the end. Okay, and then this should be starting over. Okay. Yes, success. Okay, good. There we go. So we now are able to use the API. So now I can create a person. Alex from Cheese, who's 74. And that adds there. Now I can delete. I can click. Now I can edit Bob. Say Bob is now from Ohio. Submit. It works. Huzzah! Ta-da! So that's the whole deal. From creation to deployment. That's how you do it. I'll talk to you guys later.